Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Cod. Today's video is sponsored by the New England Conservative Coalition, supporting candidates and supporting American values. If you guys want to check out our website, go to newenglandconservativecoalition.com. Alrighty, so to get started, quick coalition update. If you would like to advertise on our website, go to our email, which is newenglandconservativecoa@gmail.com. Again, that is newenglandconservativecoa@gmail.com. All right, our first news story of the day. No Kings are coming to Massachusetts. If you don't know what No Kings are, they are a far left extremist organization group. They are backed by people like the Walmart family, Bernie Sanders, and Planned Parenthood for some reason. Not too sure why they're funding these anti-ICE raids, but I'll give you one guess, because they're all backed by people like George Soros, who fund these riots for, I'm assuming, his entertainment and own political game. So they're coming here to Massachusetts specifically. They are going to the other 49 states, but again, we are focusing here on Massachusetts and New England. They will be in New Bedford, Fall River. They're going to be in Swansea, and then a bunch of other places up in Boston on the Cape. They're going to be everywhere. There's probably just some unemployed person sitting on a computer just dropping pins on a map, because there's hundreds of them happening all over the state. They claim to be very organized. They claim to be having trainings for people. It's going to be a hot mess, all right? They're completely disorganized. They don't know what they're doing. They're pretending like they know what they're doing, but what they're doing is just gathering people together to cause mayhem. They're going to be causing issues. And if they follow suit with what's been going on in California, there's probably going to be burning, there's probably going to be looting, and they'll probably be blocking off our streets. On their website, they claim to be nonviolent, but yet again, if we go over to Swansea, Massachusetts, on the Grand Army Highway, they do have a pin on the highway with no description of what they're doing there, where if you look at places like Fall River and New Bedford, there are pins and saying, stand on the grass, stay on the sidewalk, and stuff like that. But for some reason, this one in Swansea has no description. They're not saying what they're doing there, and if you know the Swansea area, on either side there's either businesses, stuff like that. There really isn't a sidewalk, because it's kind of like a highway slash like town, just kind of like right in the middle of the town between Somerset and Swansea. So we have no idea what's going on there. I personally think that they're going to be blocking the streets. We have no idea what they're going to be doing. So let's hope for the best of that. You'll be getting the coverage right here on the New England Conservative Coalition YouTube channel. Again, make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out our website for more updates. Alrighty, and in other news, Offshore Wind continues to sweep the coasts of Massachusetts. They're down in places like New York, and they're up in Maine. Just kind of all across the East Coast, they are propping up these windmills. They're killing the economy for fishermen. They're killing the whales specifically, a lot of them. There's documentation of them washing up on shore dead, and a lot of that is because of the environmental impact that these windmills are having. Right here in New Bedford, where our studio is, before I came in today to record, I actually got some aerial drone footage of these windmills that they're manufacturing right on the port of New Bedford. They're kind of all right here. You can kind of see it right now on video of what they're doing. I'm going to put a couple of videos, pictures. I'll throw it up on there for you guys to look at during this recording. And we're just hoping to continue the fight back against that. Make sure to join one of our Facebook groups. Our coalition has many Facebook groups that we manage. One of them is Protect Our Shores. Make sure to join them on Facebook. That is ran by Ashley. Me and her, I will be heading up to Gloucester to meet her, and we will be going on one of her boats, and we will be getting aerial footage with my drone, and we'll be getting documentation of what is going on up there. We want to document it as much as possible. We want to get the word out there, because if you're looking at the beach, if you're at the beach and you're looking out, you're not going to see these. These are miles and miles out off of the coast. You can't see them, but the impact is big. So we will be out there looking and documenting and really just taking in the impact in what they're doing out there. And again, you will be able to see that right here on the New England Conservative Coalition YouTube channel. And again, check out our website for more information. We'll have it posted there for you to watch. Alrighty, everyone, and our last news story for today. Up on Beacon Hill, if gun restrictions are not strict enough, They have proposed a new bill, which is going to be House Docket 3143. Again, I'm not going to go too much into detail on this. I just want the public to be aware that this is just more gun restrictions. What they want to do is add microstamping to guns. There are certain guns, the newer guns, that already have this technology built into place for when you go and fire your gun, the round in the chamber, when it is hit, will get an engraving on it, which will basically track it back to you as an identifier. They're claiming that this will lower gun violence and help identify people who are committing acts of gun violence. But what this is really aiming to do is just put another restriction on law-abiding citizens here in the Commonwealth. We are going to continue to track this to see where this goes. Maybe we can get somebody on the show to talk about this further and explain it a lot better than me. But again, a lot of people don't look into these things. They just happen, they're put into place, and it's too late. So if you are a gun advocate, gun activist, you own guns, you should really go check out House Docket 3143. Again, House Docket 3143 on the malegislator.gov website. Go research it. There's a lot of restrictions that they're adding into this bill. Another thing is if you tamper with your gun or, tamper with the bullet, I'm not sure what they're going to do with the older guns, if they're going to make it so you need to just have that engraving already on there, or if they're going to have to, do something with the gun to basically get it up to code for what they're trying to do. But this stuff is ridiculous, folks. They're also imposing a fine if you tamper with this microstamping technology. They want to put a $200 fine on you and even up to imprisonment, which is absolutely insane. They want to put you in jail for tampering with your gun. This stuff's ridiculous, folks. These restrictions, again, I personally don't own any guns, but of course I am a gun advocate. I think the Second Amendment should be protected at all costs because if we look back in future, back in the past, my apologies, if we look back in the past, we can see that, the more and more the government steps in, takes away our self-defense, that's when tyrannical governments start. So again, I'm a gun advocate. I want people to be aware of this. So go check that out on the MA Legislator website and be informed. Alrighty, everyone, and that is it for today's episode. If you did enjoy, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The New England Conservative Coalition, and check out our website, thenewenglandconservativecoalition.com. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.